scene. Yeah, from different places to different locations, we changing the scene. So many stories to tell, it would not fit on the screen. What do you mean? There's hope in your story, there's hope in your passing. They don't get the picture, so we tell it like caption. Look at what happened up in your life when you take roll. God is present, you have now tuned in the official podcast, so tell it, ayy.
Yeah.
Bad. See, I told you, man. I told you.
He's fire right there. I don't know what you waiting on.
I told you about him. I told you about him. That's Kevin J, y'all. And I'm telling you, man, he's ready. He just needs to get the right eyes laid on him, but he's ready to go. He's ready to go.
With everything right now, virtual, you can do your own thing and still be better,
Absolutely.
But it's his time. You got to let him ride.
Let him ride. Look, he's already counseling right now, guys. This is how you feeling, man? We haven't started yet, so you can't start yet. How do you feel?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling awesome. Great evening, great to be here with you. Thank you for allowing me to be on your beautiful podcast. So I can tell my side, my story.
Good, man. Good. All right. Now I see the numbers going up, but listen, y'all, before we get started, we would like for you to share, to heart it up, to make sure you get people in here to hear just the story he has to share and some great wisdom that he wants to pass off to you. Especially men, you need to be on here. So ladies, if you're on here, go get your boo, go get your husband, your baby, whoever, whatever you call them, get them in front of this, put it on the TV. You actually screenshot this onto the TV. All right, so you should do that. So get it off your phone and then go ahead and shoot it straight to the TV so you don't have to be looking at your phone the whole time. I got my phone in my hand for a different reason. But you need to go ahead and just promote because listen, last time we had Coach Kiara on here and she had something for everybody, but she said specifically, I'm going after the ladies and she did. But I was like, you know what? I need somebody for the fellas. And here we are. We got Ronald Evans for the fellas. And listen, he don't discriminate. And ladies, if you're listening, he got something for you too. That's what he told me, right? So because that's how we do it. Now I'm gonna leave her alone. But go ahead and share, guys. It's good to be here. This is Tell It, episode number 2. As you guys know, I moved to North Carolina from Bloomington. So here we are. At 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I usually did Eastern 8:30. Where am I doing? Central Standard Time. But I'm here in Eastern, right? Eastern Standard Time. All right. So thank you guys for sharing. Thank you for tuning in to Tell It. We've been having an amazing year, and this year is almost out. We got some great guests that's been on, and it won't stop here, right? Because we have Ronald Evans. So, y'all. It is a pleasure and it's an honor for him to be on here. I've been following his Instagram stories. Coach Kiara introduced me to this man right here. He is definitely a God-fearing. A lot of people say God-fearing, and it's just you can hear that like from your church mother or something like that. But this man, he really loves God. But not only does he love God, he definitely has something practically for you to get up and to get out of the mess that you're in, to get out of the pit that you're in. So I counted the honor for him to be on here. And look, you got somebody. Yes, Coach Ron always pours into my husband and I. So look at that. All right, so you got somebody vouching for you. All right, you got somebody vouching for you. So listen, first, it's an honor to have him on here. We want to get to something that we call rapid fire question, right? And this is for you to get a chance to know him, what he likes, and maybe his fiance will get a chance to know him a little bit more. It just helps before we get into the story that you get a chance to know the person before they get real deep on you. So, Ron, you mind if I call you Ron?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. That's most people call me anyway.
Okay, because some people just like their whole name. It's like, just call me Ronald. Call me the whole thing.
It's a little like Ronald McDonald,
Yeah. Oh, you must have heard that when you were a kid.
Cut it short a little bit.
Okay. Did you hear that when you were a kid? Did they come up with that one for you?
Yeah. I definitely heard that a few times.
School, man, kids are evil, man. They're evil. All right, let's get into it. All right, and hopefully this can relax him, and hopefully this will give you guys a chance to get to know him. Look at that. Listen, I ain't even started yet. You ain't said not a word yet, and people throwing in comments. But let's get started. What is favorite movie? Let's just start off hard.
Oh, favorite movie.
Yes.
Oh man, hands down, Transformers. I
Transformers.
I love Transformers as a kid, and I
Okay.
recall when the first one came out, and I was super excited. I was so excited that
Oh.
I got a headache that day.
Oh man, you must have been real
I was,
excited.
yeah, I was really excited because as a kid, as a child, sometimes you have your favorite toy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just loved them as a cartoon. And when they came out in the theaters, and I went and I hear Optimus Prime, that voice is like, oh
Oh
man,
yeah.
that's like strong, real strong. So that's my favorite.
Okay. All right. I think they got something else coming out sometime soon in 2022.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, we're waiting for that.
yeah, I think so. All right. Favorite music artist?
Ooh, favorite music artist, man. Is it a genre?
It doesn't matter. Whatever one that you say, I can listen to this person any day of the week.
Man, you know what? I'll say Vishawn Mitchell.
Okay. Now I
Yeah,
haven't heard him in a while, but Vashawn Mitchell, he's a bad boy. I like him.
yeah. I love his song. He has a song with Tasha Cobbs called Rain.
Okay.
Oh man, that's powerful for me. It always brings me to a point of really heartfelt worship there.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Are you a Facebook or are you an Instagram person?
Ah man, I'm just getting on the Instagram, so I was more so a Facebook person. So
Okay.
now I'm trying to transition, with everything technology wise, and I got on a little bit with the TikTok, but
Oh, you
no,
got the TikTok. You doing them dances?
no,
You doing
I get on there
okay.
yet.
Oh man. All right. Favorite dessert.
Ooh, red velvet cheesecake.
There you go. There you go. Now, do you have and I'm not trying to endorse them, but do you have like a nothing bundt cake out there? Do you have that?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. They have the red
Ooh,
velvet cake with,
ooh,
and they got the chocolate chips in there. And
ooh. Listen,
man,
that
it's
sometimes
amazing.
we get like the different varieties too. So sometimes I
Yeah.
get the raspberry white
Hmm.
chocolate. Ooh, that's
Raspberry white chocolate.
that
Okay.
one. You gotta
We
try
just
that
had some the other day, so we need to calm down. But once I'm ready to go back to get that stuff, I will definitely look. Somebody drooling already. But look, it's people hungry out here. But once I go and get that again, I will definitely try that
Definitely
out.
try that one. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Do you have a vacation spot on your bucket list? Now, I don't know if I should ask this since you are coming from the islands and you were already at a vacation spot, but do you have another one?
Um, Another vacation spot, man. It would be someplace I want to go, or is someplace I already been.
You want to go?
I want to go.
Well, you know what? That would be a bucket list. Yeah. Where have you already been?
Okay, I'll say the Cayman Islands.
Oh, okay. That's been the best one.
Yeah, it's really nice. The 7 Mile Beach, um, the
Wow.
food. Yeah, it's a nice spot. It's
Okay.
a nice-
All right. I've never been before. But I definitely want to go.
Check it
I
out.
definitely want
Check
to
it out.
go. Okay. What's the last thing you ate since we're talking about food?
Last thing I ate. Ooh,
Wait, you didn't eat
cheeseburger.
food? Okay, you had a cheeseburger today.
Yeah.
When's the last time you eat like hours ago?
No, not really.
Oh,
Not
okay.
really
Like don't I
hours,
don't
but
need okay, I don't need you passing out on the show. Okay. All right. Are you a
we're good.
night
We're
owl
good.
or okay, are you a night owl or early riser?
A night out.
Yeah. There
But I
you
still
go.
rise early because I have daughters, so I gotta get up in the
Okay.
morning early, get them ready for school and stuff like that.
I
So
understand, brother. I understand. Okay, last thing. What is one thing on your bucket list that you want to do? Or do you even have a bucket list?
yeah, I got a bucket list.
Okay.
I want to definitely go to Africa,
Okay.
and I want to go to Dubai.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would love to go one of those places. But we were supposed to go to Africa. Was this 2018? but my wife ended up pregnant, so couldn't go. I don't know.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Now you can take all of them with you.
Yeah, man, we could all go. All five of us. That's good. But yeah, definitely. I would love to take my kids. I definitely want to go first, but because we had some people come down from South Africa, the church we were going to, and we had a chance to house a mother and her two sons, and it was amazing. So we still keep in touch to this day.
Nice.
So that was great. That actually made me want to go. I always wanted to go, but that really tipped it off. So
nice.
Definitely Africa.
You know another place. You know another place I would say, because I've been there and I never thought I would ever go a place like that, was and I had an opportunity to go to Croatia.
Okay.
That was pretty nice. The food was totally different. So it was someplace that I would recommend as well.
You love food, huh?
Yeah, I love food.
Okay. I see. All right. Well, appreciate that. Was rapid fire. And we're going to move on to our next spot, and that is a business highlight. So usually I have guests on here where they will, speak about, about a minute about the business that they like to give to, or they back, or that they, so give to, fund, or that they support, or something that they endorse. But this time it's something special because he has a guest to represent this 1 minute business shout out. So, sir, who do you have?
So I have Natasha from Hot Hosting.
Okay.
And I'll let her come in.
Now, who's Natasha? Who is she?
Natasha is my fiance.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Definitely one in a kind. I feel like, she can do it. Let her talk more about her business.
Come on in. Come on in. There she is.
How are you?
How are you doing?
All is well. All is well. Thanks for having me.
This is Natasha. This is Natasha Mahler here. And I'm going to let her give her a 1 minute spiel about Hot Host.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Natasha, and I am your hot host and MC, the one that does the most at every event. If you are looking for someone to host your next wedding, your event, bridal parties, baby shower, whatever it may be, children, church function, please book Hot Hosting. My information is down below. You can find me at Hot Hosting on Instagram and Facebook. Please be sure to check out my website at hothosting.com. And you can please be sure to contact me at my cell, my business line, which is 754-263-1195. Now, what do? I ensure that your guests are having a wonderful time. Have you ever been at a wedding when they're just sitting around? Have you ever been at a baby shower where they're just doing games on papers? Well, when you book Hot Host, exactly. So the purpose of Hot Hosting is to ensure that everyone is up having a great time, even the elders. I ensure that everyone walk away. So my niche at every event, I say, fellas, you will walk out of here with your jackets off, and ladies, you'll walk out of here with your shoes off. Because by the time you book with Hot Hosting, you will have a wonderful time. So I am your next MC. Book Hot Hosting, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.
Dang. Do you practice this elevator pitch? Is that what you do?
No.
You got put on the spot. So.
Yeah, exactly.
That was on the spot.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Just imagine if you prepared.
Of course.
My goodness.
Gotta be
listen,
ready.
y'all. Go to hothosting.com. Go ahead and book. And also go ahead and follow her on Instagram at Hot Hosting. I mean, it's very simple, y'all. It's Hot Hosting.
Yes. Hot hosting.
Hot?
Yeah.
Hot hosting. I was wondering about that HAWT. Okay, I should have known.
Yeah, you got to make it a little fancy.
Well, there you go. Listen, y'all. Now, what area are you guys in?
South Florida.
All right. So listen,
but we do travel.
You travel?
Of course.
Okay, because I have some folks in Florida. I got somebody in Tampa right now.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
There you go. So listen, y'all. Go to Hot Hosting. Okay. They definitely travel. I mean, every time I call Ronald, man, every time we're on the phone, he's always in the car or somewhere doing with her events. So it seems like she's pretty booked. So you need to hurry up and go book her right now. I'll put the information up
Absolutely.
again towards the end of Hot Hosting. All
Yes,
right.
thank you
Well,
so much.
well, thank you. Listen, that's our 1 minute business highlight. She wasn't even ready.
At all. Have a good one.
You too. Look at that. All right. Somebody did ask, do you come to Illinois? Would you do that?
You come to Illinois.
Oh, I'm there.
Oh yeah, she said she's there.
Hmm. So there you go. So go ahead and book her. If you have an event, if you have something coming up, go ahead. I think she will do a great job based on what I just saw and a minute's notice. She will definitely do. Yeah, she'll definitely do your wedding, baby shower, bar mitzvah, whatever you want. I think she'll do it right. Look at that. Look, somebody endorsing. Look at that there.
Oh yeah, you got somebody there. Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, but listen, before we get in to Ron's section, because I don't know how he can live up to that. No, I'm just kidding. But listen, go ahead and share, guys. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and heart it up, because this man has something for everyone, right? But I'm specifically gearing it towards the men because it's so hard for men to try to go get help, to talk to one another,
Yeah.
to confide in one another, and understand that, listen, every man has struggles, and
Yeah.
it's okay to go and talk to someone. You don't have to keep it in. You don't have to sit on the couch and watch sports and just soak it up, or you don't have to go and try to blot out your pain. You can definitely find healing for sure. So I'm going to turn it over to my friend Ron. And the way I'm going to turn over is I'm going to start by this. Well, first, let's say, what do you do? Start off by that. And then how did you get into it? So what do you do first?
So what I do, I'll say this is kind of new in the sense of this business wise. I'm a coach. I'm a life purpose coach, and also I help men, men, who have had trauma in their life. Um, Physical trauma, I know it's one thing I had as well. Emotional and mental trauma, but also relational trauma. And a lot of times I would say I'm a coach, and I like to focus on the men because we need to be allowed to have somewhere that we can express ourselves because we've been holding so much back for so long. And
Yeah,
I like to make sure, I get to that root so you can be able to get it out.
absolutely. So tell me, how did you get started? Is this something that you always want to? Have you felt like you've always been an encourager, or did some things take place that kind of set you where you are today?
So I've always been an encourager. I've always been a motivational, person. A lot of people will come to me for advice for different reasons, you know, business wise as well, because I know some business as well, and relationships. And certain times, like, what do I do here? And a lot of people I've motivated or inspired or helped um,
Yeah.
for a long time, and never really knew that that was something, that I could actually do.
Hmm.
And when I found out about that, was I found out what my gifts were.
Hmm.
Spiritual gifts in specific were, exaltation, which is me motivating people, and then
Hmm.
teaching. And I was always teaching because, out of high school, I came out of high school, and I started teaching physical education because I was as an athlete, and
Hmm.
that was pretty, easy for me to do at that time. So it just kind of meshed in a sense because, sometimes you're on a journey in life too, where you have things that you go through that actually gets you to that direct place that you're supposed to be as you go through life. So I ended up there with just a lot of different things happening in my life, grief, losing some close family members,
Hmm.
and losing, in relationship. And then I started to turn to myself to see where, what do I need to do? Because
Yeah.
I was the same way. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I wouldn't
Hmm.
say anything. I was just trying to do as I knew what to do with everybody else. And I was like, there must be something else. So I got help. And that help actually led me to where I am, because when the counselor was asking me, what it is do you see yourself doing in life? I already had a master's degree. I was doing certain things, but I turned to them and I said, I want to do what you're doing. I want to help.
Mm.
So that got me on the track of where I'm at right now.
Wow. Wow. So, and that's amazing because usually it takes a little pain to
Yeah.
kind of, help us to find out where we want to go because usually just kind of, if you going after an animal, you're going to hunt, sometimes you smoke them out or some fire, like something rattles them to where
Right.
they have to run out of hiding. And so, what was that one thing that kind of just, you know what, I need to go get help? What was that one thing that was just enough for you to push you to go get help? Because you, like I said before, some men or most men are naturally just to themselves. They're gonna hold, whatever secret. They're gonna hold in whatever pain. But
Yeah.
what for you was that breaking point to say, you know what, I really need to go get some help with this?
It was me going through my I was married before, and my divorce was the pushing point for me because I desperately wanted my relationship to work,
Yeah.
and had previous relationships that didn't work out the way I wanted to. And I looked at it as like, you know, what what did I do, or what I need to change in order for me to move forward. But I
Mm,
had the first step I had to do was kind of forgive myself,
mm.
you know,
Wow, that's
because
big. That's
because
big.
you make mistakes. It's not, you can't just put it on one person. It takes two to tango,
Yeah.
right? And you have to also look at you, because a lot of times you kind of blame the other person, and we don't really look at what did we do or what we could have done differently. And
Yeah.
when you see those things, you have to put it in the perspective of, okay, so how can I change that? Or, not staying in that space of, oh man, I wished I had done this there, and I wish I'd made a change then. But where you are, you have to look at where you are now to make that change. And then, so later on, when that person comes along, you are pretty much ready for that, because you know exactly, where did you make changes.
Mm. Wow. Yeah, that's big. I think one of the first things you said though was forgiving yourself, because so many times, we feel the pressure and the weight of forgiveness, especially for men. It's like they feel the world on their, we feel. I said we feel, the world on our shoulders, and it's like we believe in our head that nobody understands, or if I would have been better this, or if I had done this differently, this wouldn't have happened. But actually, forgiving yourself is like, you know what, I made a mistake, and it's time for me to move forward, and that's key to going and getting help. So, is there any time where you think that you couldn't help anyone? Is there a time where you feel like you were just too engulfed in what you were going through to be able to help? Because you always said you were an encourager, but was there at any point where you feel like you couldn't help anyone at that moment?
Actually, in a space of it, yes, and then a
Okay.
space of it, no. The reason I say that is this: because I felt what I was going through and the pain I was feeling, I can't talk to anyone, I can't encourage anyone. But then I realized my story, what I'm going through, may help somebody else.
See.
So if I can take that pain and turn it into something more powerful than me, then I know that it's going to encourage someone, it's going to take someone out of that space where I'm at.
Yeah.
So I have to look deeply at that and say, it's not me, it's everybody else that's going to be connected to me or have already been connected to me, where I can
Yeah.
actually lay it out and say, hey, it's okay. You may have fall, but you can get up. You may have made mistakes, but you can get up, and that's where I said, the pain is not going to destroy me, the pain is actually going to push me, and then the pain is going to make me better, because I'm willing to tell the story, and
Mm.
I'm willing to say, let's go forward, let's make the next step, instead of staying there in that pain. Not saying I didn't feel the pain at the
Yeah.
time, not saying I couldn't, I was just like most times what we do is, we muster up, oh, I'm macho, I'm ego, my pride,
Yeah.
my shame, all that starts to, okay, I'm not going to say anything. But then what does that really do for you?
Mm.
It just destroys you within. So letting that out, the forgiveness part, forgiving myself and forgiving, it started to just be different,
Mm.
and I had one day, because I'm a God-fearing man, like you said earlier. And one day I was just so much in prayer and in the word, and I was riding with my sister, and my sister looked over and she said, this is not the same. This is not the person I know. I can't see who you are. It's like something is around you. So I knew I was letting it out. Knew I was touching, someone, because that was my sister. But she saw something different. And most times the people who are around you, connected to you, is actually who sees the difference in you, and things have shifted in your life that you don't really see because you're in it just trying to deal with things.
Yeah. So here's and that's so true. Um, so in some cultures, it's taboo to really try to express yourself. Where are you from, Ronald?
So I'm originally from the British Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so that's yeah, I hear that. So, but in your culture, is it taboo for you guys as well to like hold things in, not to air your dirty laundry? Um, is that
Yeah,
the same?
yeah, yeah. It's the same. I mean, even there, but even so much, my transition. I've seen it different places I've lived.
Mm,
It's like kind of the same way. It's like, man, it's nobody really wants to talk.
yeah.
You know, I think the first time for me having a conversation to actually get it out was one day I was broken from another relationship that I had years ago before, and I was like trying to figure life out. And I remember my mom doing this, like call a cousin of mine, and he came, and I'm like, why did he do that?
Mm,
But that was like that to me. That was the initiation time. That was the prompting time for me to actually explore, like really let it out, because I trust that person. So we had a conversation while driving, and he was giving me the same words I'm giving others as well. It's like it's okay. It's gonna be all right. If you have to cry, cry.
mm,
So that made me feel a security, but also made me feel it was okay. So but other people I know that they can't do that because that's not the way they like other men. They don't feel like they can do that. It's like, no, I can't do that. That's I'm too big for that, in the sense of it.
uh, wow. So what did you see as far as you know you going through a divorce? Um, you finally get help. You finally forgive yourself, or were in the process of forgiving yourself. Like, what was one of the things that you felt like you were able to start doing once start to get that help and that realization that I want to get better and I am going to get better. But what are some of those things that that you felt yourself being able to do again, or what did you feel like you grew in? Like, what areas did you grow in?
So I grew in more so communication, because I never really communicated, myself really well.
Yeah.
But I started to grow more in communication, and that was
Mm-hmm.
huge,
Yes.
because now I can express myself. So that grew drastically, and connecting with people, because I consider myself sometimes as an introvert, and kind of
Huh?
don't want to socialize, don't want to talk. But then that prompted me to do more of that, and that allowed me now to people like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you meet that person, is like, you tell me a little bit about yourself, and I would tell my story, and
Mm.
it gave me more courage to be able to be okay with life.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's big, man. That's definitely big. Communication is definitely key.
Yeah,
For sure. Because again, that holding things in, I've seen people hold stuff in to the point where they just explode, and you don't even know why, but it's that it was just eating away at them, man. So
yeah.
communication is definitely key. But here's the thing: when did you start finding yourself okay? Or I guess when did you get to that point when you told the counselor, "I want to do what you do"? When did you come to that realization that this is what I want to do?
I think when I had gotten everything out, and I
Mm,
realized that the story and everything that was happening at that point, and I was getting it out of me, writing it out, reading it out, and expressing, and I'm like, man, I have more to give to others than just, you know, here in this room with this person. My story can help so many more. So I was like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to help
mm,
more people. I want to help men. I want to help, people in relationships that are trying to understand each other and those type of things. So that can make a difference.
Wow, man, that is so huge, and that's through self discovery, talking
Yeah,
about your own issues, and you felt like your story, which is the basis of this show anyway. That's
yeah,
why it's called Tell It. That's why I say there's hope in your story because again, no matter what you're going through,
yeah,
and no matter what you have been through, everyone's story can help someone. Everyone's been through something that they can then turn around and say, "Hey, I've been through it, and I want to help you out." And it's just kind of like you getting yourself out now. You want to turn around and help someone else. I mean, that's just it's powerful because you lived through it.
yeah, yeah. And that gives you the life experience. It gives you so much more value than just going to school. A lot of times with everything, once you have the
Yeah.
experience, it actually makes you more valuable. And your story and how you overcame, others need that to overcome.
Exactly. Now, did you feel pretty confident the first time you had your first, say you got your first client? How confident did you feel?
I felt very confident. And the reason why is this, because I know already the story that I had,
Yeah.
right? And learning their story actually said, yeah, I'm definitely the person to help you.
Mm.
So once I heard what they were going through, I knew exactly what I needed to do, and I wasn't scared or anything. I wanted them to feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And if they didn't feel comfortable with me, if I was kind of feeling, a little scared to have a conversation with them, then they would be like, oh, I can't trust this person because I don't know if they're really interested or really can trust them. So I had to have the confidence to know that I've been there. I can tell this, and also I can help you.
Wow. Amazing. So you already out the gate, you feel confident.
Yeah.
And so how did you feel after you helped that first? You got your first one, and like you just said, like, yeah, I got this. Did that give you the sense of I guess of knowing that you were called to that? Did you still feel that afterwards? You feel like you can keep going?
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely felt that because, my whole life I've been a guy who has been in the marine industry, and that's with the pleasure boats and, working around the marine, sailing and captain and taking people out in different. But I knew this was the one thing that I enjoyed much more
Yeah.
because it was making a difference in a huge way. So that way it was like, man, it's definitely that client just put me up that knowing that I can continue doing this for as long because it doesn't feel like work. It gets me excited when I have to talk to people. It
That's
gets me
beautiful.
excited when I have to pour out into people, you know. And it's like I can continue. Sometimes they say, man, you talk a long time. I'm a long-winded. But it's just a passion and drive that is continue. I can continue talking for hours, and my mind is always I'm listening and I'm interpreting all that's just being said. But there's so much, I'm already visioning a lot of things and dissecting so much more. And when I start to talk, it's like, oh, they're like, oh man, I didn't think, and it started to make a difference. So it really, I'm enjoying it.
Amazing. You said something that's very key, and you said it does not feel like work, and that's
Yeah,
what and I think that's very important. That you find something that you're passionate about because it's throughout I guess throughout what we've seen, we always seen our parents work because they had to.
hmm
We always seen people to do things because they feel like they had to. In some cases, you did. There was an option, but rarely did our parents explore something that they really enjoyed doing. Like you didn't know, you
yeah,
just know they worked. They bring it up often. I put food on the table, clothes
yeah,
on your back, and it's and no one ever gets to that point of where they enjoy it. Like so, the fact that you said it doesn't even feel like work, that you go in, that you help these people, that you help these men that's going through the same struggles. That's beautiful. Before we keep going, I just want to let people know that I'm on here with Ronald Evans. If you have not yet, go ahead and share. Go ahead and heart it up. Let him know that you hear him, okay, and that you feeling what he's saying. And definitely, you want other people to hear this because I'm about to ask this next question, and I definitely want men to listen up to this because we need to figure this out. Men, we need to be stronger. Find someone that we can be more vulnerable with, even though it's tough. But that's my next question. Why do you think men are so afraid to be vulnerable, to really get in the trenches with their feelings and try to confront it?
There's three things I always look at because I looked at it myself. Is the ego. We have an ego that we don't want to get help because we don't need help, or why would you think I need help? I'm not weak. And
Mm.
another thing is a shame of that you feel like you're ashamed to tell somebody that you're not doing well. But it's okay to do that, because if you don't, it destroys you from it within. And once it starts inside, it oozes out around you. you know
Yeah.
and that's very difficult. But also a pride. We have a big pride issue where, you know a society has it as men are always supposed to be strong. We should not show feelings, we should not show emotion. But we also have to realize that we are humans. We are not just a man, but we are human just like anyone else. We have feelings. We were born with feelings. We were born with all these different attributes, just like anyone else, less like other, the women. But we still have to let it out, because if we don't, like I said, it destroys you from within, and not just destroys you, your emotional or your mental state, but also your body itself. You have a lot of stress, and it deteriorates your body inside, and you can have a heart attack, an aneurysm. You can have a lot of diseases come out of that, because it's so much build up stress and anger and anxiety and resentment for whatever it was. And if you don't let it out, you can never overcome all of that.
Hmm. Wow. That's powerful, man. That how you operate and what you think actually impacts you physically.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Listen, all right. So I'm gonna get a little personal, man. So y'all saw his fiance come on here and give her woman a spill. How did you get from divorce to now you're engaged, man? What type of healing needed to take place for that? Because usually, that's pretty tough. But now it seems like you're pretty happy. Seems like she's happy. So how did you get to fiance? Let's hear about it.
So it wasn't me. It wasn't me at all. I would say it was God's intervention.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason I say that, because it's a funny story. We met at a dinner party, and the dinner party was actually for a cousin of mine. Now she has been a friend of my cousin, her daughter, for 20 plus years, and I've never seen her in my life. She's never seen me in her life. So for us to actually meet each other for the first time, but then we actually sat down next to each other. For some strange reason, I thought it was a setup. But everybody was like, no, it's not. We thought you guys knew each other. It was never like that. And the conversation that we had, it was so impactful, right?
Mm.
But at the same time, I was I was healing and getting much better, and she was doing the same thing.
Ah.
So, you know, we were basically on the same pathway, and that's how we end up coming together like that.
Wow. So you thought it was a setup, but what I mean, actually, really it was, because God be setting up things like that.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah. So it usually happens when you're not ready. Not ready, but when you're not looking for it, like
Yeah.
you're not pursuing that. I mean, it's just you just going to a dinner party,
Yeah.
and then here comes Miss Natasha,
Yeah,
and
because I mean, and I was saying, God, whatever it is for me. You know what's best.
mm-hmm,
I can't make the choices you know, like I always do, and make choices for this or that. And I was like, anything I try to do, I make sure I put it in his hands. And if he says this is the direction, then I make sure I go on that pathway. And we don't always make the right choice, because sometimes when he says go this way, sometimes it doesn't feel right.
yeah,
Sometimes it doesn't look like that's not good. But but once we make that step, it actually it makes it seems like it's wow. It just blows your mind because you couldn't really understand it. But yeah, that yeah.
Seemed like you understood it pretty clear. I guess went on ahead and asked her to marry you.
Yeah.
So that's really good. And so how, obviously, healing is a process. So does she play a role in some of your healing even now? Does she help you with that?
Yeah. I mean, she helps me so much because she allows me to be me. She also allows me to express myself.
Hmm.
And I sometimes I still fall in the trap like, I don't want to say anything. I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like.
Hmm.
But she knows when it's that time, and it's like, okay, let me come next to you and say, okay, it's okay. Let's have a talk. Let's discuss what's going on. And there, I'm able to just express it. I'm just able to just talk to her and get it out. And when I do, we just laugh at it sometimes because it's like, okay, that's okay. I mean, that'll work out. We just pray about it and let God handle that part.
Hmm.
If you're feeling a certain way, it's okay. It's gonna get better. Don't dwell on it. And she allows me to be more open and just more vulnerable and more
Wow.
transparent.
Amazing. So, word to the wise fellas, make sure that you get you a woman that will allow you to express yourself, that is not going to look at you funny when when you start showing your feelings, because again, that's how it happens. Sometimes they look at you funny, like, oh, you weak. But no,
Yeah.
really, it's strength. And that means you trust that person for sure. Um, Before we keep going, listen, I forgot to mention this. We're gonna have a giveaway as we always do at the end of Tell It. Okay. So I want you, when we get ready, I'll let you know the special hashtag, but you may want to stay on. And I think I already have it. You didn't tell me, but I have one. And because I've been looking at your Instagram name and all that. So go ahead and stay on because you may want this. And even if um let's say you win it, but you say, hey, I don't necessarily need it, you can definitely gift it to someone else. So there's always a reason to stay on. All right. So it's already 40 minutes in. Let's get to what do you have going now? What's going on with Mr. Ron now?
So what I have going on is I'm getting more into speaking engagements.
Okay.
Um, well, also, um, I had this has been in me for many years. Was actually writing a book,
Oh.
and that's one of the big things I've always wanted to do. And I actually always, jot down certain notes in different phones that I had, and unfortunately, a lot of those phones crashed or, got destroyed. But it never stopped me from actually keep writing, and I just continue to write and write and write. And I finally like, I got this big story inside, and I want to develop it into something that can help much more. So
Mm.
that's the big thing that I have. I'm working on, and just doing a lot more speaking engagements, a lot more, things like this here, podcasts and things of this nature. But also,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I have some brothers that we conjugate every Thursday evening at a later time, and we do Bible study, but we
Okay.
also do like a men meet, and when we actually have that openness with each other,
Mm.
and we're basically getting ready to do something as well together, so that people can get more of what God is saying and what God word
Mm-hmm.
says that we should do and things of that nature. So we're going to be doing a little bit of studying for for the people.
Wow, man, that's some major things. And I've also been looking at your Instagram. So listen, if you guys want to hear a motivation from one of your mornings or at night, go ahead and follow him at Ron's Heart to Heart on Instagram. Go ahead and do it now. Well, we'll wait till this is over, and then go ahead and check him out. But definitely, listen, look, somebody said real talk, real faith
That's it.
coming
That's one
soon.
of my brothers right there. So
Okay.
that's it. That's it. Coming soon.
Is that the name? Is that going to be the name of your book?
That's gonna be the name of the or podcast, video
Okay.
cast, Bible study,
Nice.
things like that. Yeah.
Nice, man. And definitely real talk. I mean, a lot of people believe that anything with the church that you have to be phony, that you have to put on the front. But no, this is, the church is a place, and not just the building. We're talking about amongst the group of people,
Yeah.
where you can come and be real, express your flaws, and then, find healing. And that's definitely the place for that. So that's good, man. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Look, oh, yep. There you go, Coach Kara. There she is. Coach, how you doing? She's on.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you. Yeah, she's on. Did you see her billboard? She said
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. That just blew my mind. It's like, man, coach is doing that. She's doing that really well, man. She's
Good
really
thing.
empowering the women too. Really, really good.
She is definitely. But listen, man. So look, we have some time left, but I definitely want to give people the time to now get a chance to win. And what would they be winning, Mr. Brown? What you got for us?
So what I have is a free coaching session
All right.
for anyone, and I'm not discriminating. And definitely the ladies need it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the care, the women coach empowerment thing, but if they need some kind of coaching as well through with their significant other, or how to go about certain things, definitely can give them that insight as well. Because
Okay.
sometimes women have certain things that they need to overcome as well.
Yeah.
Go forward just like us, man.
Yeah, definitely. So listen, y'all, he not discriminating. Anybody can win. Now um, let's just say if you won, right? But you say, you know what? I won, but I don't think I really need it. I mean, everyone needs a little help, but let's just say I don't really need it. Then you can definitely pass it on to someone that you think needs it. Okay, you can shoot it over to your mans and them. You can shoot it over to your girls, whoever you want to give this. It's free. Listen, y'all. Listen, you don't know how valuable that a free session. They're giving you jewels, like just like the person who would pay for it. You getting the same stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so don't pass this opportunity by. And this is how you're gonna win. You let me know. But I need you to put in hashtag heart to heart. Is that good?
That's good.
Okay. Hashtag heart to heart. And when you do that, okay, we will wait because we have a little bit more conversation to go. But when you put in hashtag heart to heart, then at the end we will randomize and then we'll pick the winner. Okay, because
All right.
everything that I'm doing here is just going to be random. All right, I'm not choosing. Mr. Ron's not choosing. I actually have someone, the great Miss Alicia Wallace will be the one choosing. All right, so I just want you guys to also give it up for her because she is a great addition to the Teleteam. Also give it up to Mr. K Station, the one who was rapping on the intro.
Yeah.
When you saw that, he's in charge of all promo and promo design and everything. So man, he's definitely gifted for sure. So Ron, let's just say I have one more question.
Okay.
Okay, have you ever ran into someone that had the exact similar issues as you? And did you find yourself having a hard time dealing with it because it was the same trauma that you had? Or did you find that was like right up your alley, like it didn't, bother you at all?
No, it didn't bother me at all. I had that before, but it more so, like they didn't want to let go of certain things.
Mm-hmm.
The forgiving part, forgiving themselves for certain things, but also forgiving the person, because a lot of times we realize that we hold on to the hurt from the relationship, or the hurt from whoever had hurt us before, right? And that actually tears us up, because that
Mm.
person is already living their life. They already went on, they're going about their day-to-day business, but
Mm.
you're still there hurting. You're still holding that grudge, or that anger for that, and you had to let that go. So it wasn't difficult, but just for them to get to release those things.
Mm.
After because you can show them exactly what you did.
Mm-hmm.
You can show them your story as well. But now it's still into their court if they want to let it go, if they want to release it. And yeah, definitely had that before.
Wow. Yeah, because I often think about that when I hear people when they saying what they've been through, and then they have to turn around and coach the people that have been through the very same thing.
Yeah,
And most time people think it's very inspiring, but I think like, man, what if you've been through something really traumatic, and you have to coach that person that been through that exact same thing? And I would
yeah,
think it'll be like a little hindrance, but so far, man, it seems like um, they're equipped to take it head on, and so I think that should be encouraging for anyone who's been through anything,
yeah,
that you are not useless, that you are actually the right person for the job to
yeah,
address some of those issues because you have been through it. And even if you're still working through it, because I want to encourage people, even if you're still working through something, that doesn't mean that you can't give advice for it.
yeah,
Yeah, you could definitely be used because there's time where you in that most vulnerable situation where people need to hear that and feel that because it's kind of tough to receive from a person who you think already has it all together.
yeah,
But when you know a person has been through something, they felt what you felt, and they know exactly what you know, I feel like it's easier to be more vulnerable.
yeah.
But listen, I need to see some more hashtag heart to hearts, y'all. All right. We need
Let's
to
go,
see
let's
more
go,
of
let's
those.
go.
Listen, and again, even if you win and you feel like it's not for you, go ahead and gift it to somebody else. All right. Somebody needs to give my man Ron a call. Somebody's going through something. Somebody needs some coaching. They're probably just right on the verge of doing what they need to do, doing something great.
Yeah,
They probably right on the verge of identifying themselves and who God created them to be. You don't
definitely.
know, right? Because remember, it's not for you. If you win and you say it's not for me, then go ahead and gift. Yes, we go ahead and gift. Now I'm not sure because there may be somebody hashtagging on YouTube as well.
Mm,
So, but then you got another heart to heart. So listen, yeah, you also want to gift. Yeah, you definitely. There you go. There's another heart to heart on YouTube. Okay, there you go. You definitely want to be open to winning and gifting. All right. But yeah, listen, Ron. This has been a great interview, man. It's always good to see men on here and sharing. Because really, and I told you the numbers really a lot of women watch the show.
yeah.
Um, because it has a lot of entrepreneurs. I do have a lot of women on here too. But but a lot I find a lot of entrepreneurial endeavors. I see a lot of women are embarking on that journey.
Yes.
And a lot of women want healing. They want,
Mm,
to be their greater selves. And
yeah.
so a lot of men kind of shy away from that. But I want to encourage men that's out there that listened, that watched, to go ahead and pursue that as well. Men, we could be vulnerable. It's okay.
Hmm.
It's okay to shed a tear too. It's okay to shed a thug tear, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
You don't have to be hard all the time. And
Yeah.
that's actually the issue. The issue is that men, we always try to be hard all the time, and we thinking we're trying to be the backbone, but really, our women, our wives, our sisters, our aunties, whomever you're around, need to see that part because they need to know that there's a real person in the house
There you go.
that can hear, that can feel, and that can help.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
it's
what it
funny.
is.
And it's funny too because you know with the business, everything right now is entrepreneur,
Yeah.
business owner. But I was telling a couple, and I was saying, you guys on this journey of building a business, which is great, because I give them advice as well. But I also say you got to heal. If you're dealing with anything within, you never know what it is until you start talking about it, and you start getting help on that. And once you get that clarity in that, and you get rid of all of those baggage per se, you
Mm-hmm.
have a clearer mind going forward in your business because you represent your business. And if you're not in a good state, your business is not in a good state. So you have to build
Mm.
you in order for your business to really stand solid. So you have to overcome because you're the representation. And if you're having a bad day, you know, really and truly, you're gonna let that spill over into your business, your day-to-day operations, or your interactions with your a customer, your client, or even your business partner or your employees.
Wow, y'all hear that? Entrepreneurs, your business may not be taking off because you ain't healed yet. No, that's real. It may be some things that that they haven't been able to really address or succeed in because it's probably a part of them. Because they are their business. You are your business. And I tell people all the time, people aren't really buying your business; they're buying you.
Yeah.
They're buying your story. They love who you are, and so that's why your business will flourish. But listen, while people are still doing hashtag heart to heart, like I said, now, but go ahead and keep putting that. But I will say for everyone that's watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and like it. Well, that's what we do. Go ahead and heart up, and then go ahead and hit the bell for the notifications because I, constantly put stuff on YouTube, and also have other content. There you go. Got another heart to heart. We have other content on YouTube. You can go back and see all the previous episodes of Tell It. So go ahead and subscribe now. Go ahead and hit those notifications if you're watching on YouTube. Even if you're not, go on over to YouTube and go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we want to, I want to see, and I think everyone else wants to see people's story put out there on display so everyone else can be healed, so everyone else can feel powerful based on someone else's story and how they made it through. That's again the whole purpose of Tell It. So before we get the final hashtag heart to heart, Ron, is there anything else that you would like to share with the people? Any last words? Or not last words, parting words.
Parting words.
Anybody about to die? Any parting words for the people?
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. It takes a community to raise a child. And for a man, it takes also a community to heal.
Mm-hmm.
And if we are surrounded by the right people that we are that we are able to trust and just express ourselves, that is more powerful because you can grow through that. The saying is, behind every strong man is a strong woman, and behind every strong leader is also a strong team, a strong follower, a strong community. So once you're in a better space, you can have the right people with you and pushing you forward, and actually you can take them with you. So be healed and be well.
There you go, y'all. So let's see if we have a winner yet. And while she's in, and let me tell you this works. Let you know that it's really not biased. She actually has a wheel. Well, it's not in her house. It's like a digital wheel that she spins, and she takes everyone who puts in their hashtag. She takes their names, put it in the wheel, and then she gives us the winner. So that's how we do it. That's how we keep from being, I guess biased in a way, because I don't want to see when I know in here, it's like, oh yeah, they need it. Let me go ahead and pick them. Nah, this is definitely random. But again, I definitely want to thank you for coming on, Mr. Ron. It's been an awesome time. I seem like everyone's loving it. And if you did, go ahead and heart it up, y'all. Because again, this is why I asked you to heart it up. Because the algorithm on Facebook is they track more hearts than thumbs. So okay, look like we got a winner here. Dang, that was fast. All right, so they said the winner is. All right. There you go. So there you go. Very neat. Congratulations. Congratulations. You have won a free counseling session with my man's Ronald Evans. So go ahead and there you go. Congratulations to you. Listen, y'all, we always giving away stuff here on Tell It. All the time. And listen, if you would like to give to Tell It, all right, if there's something that you say, you know what, I really love this podcast, I really love this show, I like the people they have on there, I will, and I didn't put it up there yet, but you could go ahead and you could do the Cash App, right? You can go Tell It Cash App. Oh yeah, she will. You go ahead and do the Cash App, All right, and it'll be $ Smile Family. I didn't put it up yet, but I will put it up on here. But also, on through the podcast, you become a monthly member, and I will definitely show you guys how. Just go ahead and message me, and I will show you how in different ways that you can give. Next time I'll put it up here. I was rushing today, but next time I will have the ways you can give on here. But also, and everyone's congratulating Miss Veronique. But also, please do not forget to go ahead and follow my man Ron's Heart to Heart. Go ahead and follow him on Instagram. You can definitely also go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Herbert_Zeal. You can follow me there. Also, do not forget Hot Hosting LLC. All right, I hope I'm saying that right. All right.
You
You
got it.
can
You
go.
got it.
I got it. All right.
You got it.
Yes, and you can go ahead and book her. She'll travel. They will travel. I'm pretty sure he'll roll. They will travel at hothosting.com. And you can follow her on Instagram at hothosting. And then if you just want to go ahead and just give her a call and say and ask her how she doing now. And ask her, hey, what can we do to book you? There's her number right there. All right. I think that's all. I think I covered everything. Is there anything else, Mr. Brown? I think we got it.
I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be on the show, and hopefully in the future again we get on here and chop it up as they say.
Yeah. Hopefully, you invite me to your podcast, man. I can get on there.
Definitely, definitely. Let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
set it
Let's
up.
let's connect. Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. Listen, thank you for tuning in to Tell It. It is our time now. Again, go ahead and subscribe to Tell It. Go ahead and hit that bell for the notifications, so you can know when Tell It is doing something else. And be sure to continue to check out for more things coming up. We have next week coming up. Next week, I'm telling you, literally next week. We have Miss Ida coming up next, and she has a powerful, powerful testimony, and she masked it in ice cream. So she sells ice cream, but she's doing other things too. So you don't want to miss it next time. November 3rd, I believe, is when she's up there. Is when she's gonna be up. And listen. Veronique said it was amazing to hear Coach Ron on here. Amazing. All right, you got a good job, Ron. You know what I'm saying? So people are supporting you, man.
Thank you,
Keep
thank you,
doing,
thank you.
keep going, man. God bless you. And I pray that you continue to touch many, many more lives with your story. And then again, congratulations on the engagement, man. I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing some wedding photos real soon. I ain't gonna say I don't know what the date. I'm just saying we can't wait to see those photos, man. So keep doing your thing, man.
Definitely. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so
All
much.
right, all right, y'all. Remember, there's hope in your story, and we're out of here, y'all. Peace. Oh, sorry, November 4th, y'all. Ida is November 4th. My bad. All right, not the 3rd. It's the 4th. All right, y'all. We out.